Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, for those of you who geek out on the channel frequently, you know that we like to take real-life examples, and if we can show them to you and then use them as learning or teachable moments and help illustrate how the laws of self-defense work, yeah, we're going to take that opportunity. Today, we have an opportunity to take a look at an example of one of the most basic principles of self-defense law, which is called the First Aggressor standard. We're going to show you a person who really lacks emotional control and could have landed himself in a ton of trouble. Instead, we're just going to make him look like the D-bag that he really is. So today, let's spend a few minutes, let's geek out on it, and let's talk about this is what a first aggressor looks like. Okay. This video has been kicking around in the Twittersphere, Exosphere, whatever we're calling it this week. It got a lot of traction last week. I actually made a copy of it, and now I want to show it to you because I think it has a wonderful opportunity to illustrate what the First Aggressor standard is all about. Now, before we get into geeking out on the law, let me just set it up, and then I'm just going to play a little portion of the video to give you kind of a flavor of what we're dealing with, and then we're going to kind of do a breakdown of the entire video here, okay? But essentially, as I understand it, and of course I could be wrong, and if I am, go ahead and correct me in the description box, but as I understand it, the woman behind the camera flipped the gentleman off as he drove by because he had a Trump flag on his truck. Now, I have zero issues with anyone who wants to fly a Trump flag on their truck. She obviously does, but the only way that she is alleged to have responded to this driver is she just threw him the bird as he was driving by. There's no allegation that she threw something at the car, that she tried to damage property, that she tried to hurt him in any way, shape, or form. He was exercising his First Amendment right, and she apparently liked to exercise her First Amendment right as well. Now, I'm also going to say as a caveat, and the gentleman here who completely loses his mind accuses the woman behind the camera of being a lesbian, and then because of that, he makes some other rather distasteful comments. I'm going to tell you this. I don't know who she is. I don't know what sexuality she is. I don't really care. But she could have fit in at my fraternity because this chick can trash talk as good as anybody I have ever seen. And for those of you who know anything about my fraternity and my fraternity brothers, and I love them all to death, we were absolute experts at trash talking. As a matter of fact, if we didn't trash talk each other, I don't know if we ever would have communicated with each other. But without further ado, let's set this issue up.
I'm gonna get the out of here, you're 40.
You're just a kid. If you weren't a kid, you know what? I'm gonna knock that phone out of your hand.
Are you mad? Your daddy didn't win. Are you mad?
Oh, just sit back and relax, you dumbass.
Bye.
Sit back and relax.
I am, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I wish you were 18. I'd remove your
I am,
hand.
bitch. I am
Touch
19,
me.
bitch.
Touch me. Touch
no,
me.
Sweetheart.
Touch me.
You're not worth it.
Touch me.
You're not worth it.
Touch me.
You're not worth it.
Touch me.
You're not worth it, bitch.
Touch me. Touch me. I dare you. I'll remove your head.
Provoking. Look at
You know
that.
what? You're in my face. You're in my face. You better back off.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now I could probably stop this lesson right here and just break it down on that, but there's too much entertainment value in what's about to come. But here's the thing I want you to understand, okay? He's driving, she throws him the bird. He then decides he's going to stop his car and get out. And I get everybody here's trying to express their First Amendment rights. Okay, I get that. But the manner in which he decides to voice his displeasure at her for her exercise of First Amendment rights absolutely, positively, and without a doubt makes him the first aggressor. The mere fact that he stopped the car and decided to get out and confront her and get into her personal space like that, that alone constitutes the act of first aggression. And then we see him clearly get into her face. And then, of course, he's accusing her of, hey, you need to get that camera out of my face. And I would point out to this gentleman that actually the only reason the camera is in your face is because you got out of your freaking truck, walked over there and shoved your face into the camera. Okay. Then, and this is a theme that we're going to see throughout the rest of this video, he's asking her, touch me. touch me, touch me. And what he's hoping for is that at some point she would lay a hand on him and he would then claim that he was being assaulted and therefore he acted in self-defense. And here's the problem, and this is exactly how the first aggressor standard works, is that if he made that claim, he's gonna lose. And he's gonna lose because no matter what state you go to, if there is evidence that you initiated the conflict, if you were the first aggressor, the one who started the fight, you don't get to claim self-defense. Now, there are certain exceptions. For example, you could withdraw from combat in a manner that makes it known that to everybody that you are not, in fact, going to be continuing this conflict. How would that look here? It would be the dude getting back into his truck and just trying to peacefully drive away. Let's say then she throws a bottle through the window or something like that. At that point, he has clearly shown that he's willing to leave conflict. She's continued against him now with unlawful force, and he could theoretically at that point defend his property. But that's not what happens here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a little fun with this, okay? And I'm going to break it down for you kind of frame by frame here so that you can understand that candidly at this point, this guy does in fact look like a massive D-bag. And I will tell you that the woman who's behind the camera is not going to do herself any favors either, okay? But just because we have two gigantic D-bags arguing with each other does not mean that one of them is not the first aggressor. And in this case, yeah, it's this dude right here. Now, I said that he made her alleged sexuality an issue in the conversation. Not sure what that has to do with any of it. But when I say that this chick can trash talk, well, exhibit A.
Look at this little dyke.
Oh, I get more pussy than you, I get so much more pussy than you.
You know what? Put your hand on me.
Did I?
Put your hand on me.
Yeah? Have another one. Are you mad?
So once again, he is begging her to put her hand on him. And what is his reaction going to be? Well, you can see that whoever this guy is, I can tell you one thing, he lacks emotional control. And he lacks something else, and that will be brought up a little bit later.
Let's see your play real quick.
Yeah?
Yep.
Get behind it. Please, get behind it. Get behind it.
Bye, baby.
You know what you need? You need to be removed from the gene pool because you're too stupid to be alive.
Okay, now if there's any doubt as to who the initial aggressor is, let me point out two things. Number one, he has just arguably attempted a vehicular assault, asks her to get behind the truck, and then backs up in a rather rapid fashion in the hopes of running her over. And then you'll notice here as he pulls back up to her, what does he do? Yeah, he spits on her. And again, I don't care what jurisdiction you're in, that is a harmful, unlawful, and offensive touching, and therefore constitutes a simple assault. Now again, I'm not a fan of the girl behind the camera, but I will give her points for her ability to trash talk, because just now, and I will point out that this guy's got a chance just to drive off. Okay, this is your chance to drive off here, but no. She's gonna get under his skin for a lack of something else, and I gotta be honest with you, I found this to be hilarious.
Yeah?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you have no hair, sweetie. No hair, sweetie. Oh, baby.
Touch me. Touch me.
No!
Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Come on, hard ass. Get that phone out of my face. I'm about this close. I'm about this close.
Bitch.
I'm about this
Drunk! How old are you?
Now, the whole part about you need to be removed from the gene pool, if taken seriously and reasonably taken seriously, that constitutes the criminal act of felony harassment in most jurisdictions. So this guy is really racking it up. Then along comes a comment that actually is a statement of fact, which is, you got no hair. He doesn't. And boy, I'm serious. You can just watch this guy. Just look at him absolutely boil over at this point. And now he gets back out of the truck and he's begging her yet again to touch him. And he's getting right up in her face. And of course, then he's complaining that the camera's in his mug. Well, of course, that's because he put his mug into the camera. But hey, he's not done yet.
Put your hand on me.
Call the cops.
I'm gonna knock your
Have
head off.
another drink, bitch.
Oh, she's
Have
working.
another drink, bitch.
She worked it. She needs to
Have
go
another
swimming.
drink, bitch.
I'm calling the cops.
Okay. Oi, bitch! What did I do? I have 3 minutes and 6
When you flip
seconds
somebody
to do.
off, it's assault.
Oh, really? That's
Yes, it is.
assault? Oh, okay, sweetheart.
Shit.
Look at her. It's a guy. It's a guy. She should have had balls between her
Oh,
legs.
yeah, sweetheart. I got more balls than you, pussy.
I need you to come up to the Dunedin Causeway. I've just been verbally assaulted.
Verbally assaulted. Tell him you have a Trump flag. Tell him the whole story.
Like I said, that is some seriously good trash talking. Now, number one, flipping somebody off, maybe in England or Ireland or something like that, depending on if there's a disparity in races or something like that, that might be against the law. No, flipping people off in the United States might be distasteful, it might be rude, but it is not illegal, and it certainly does not constitute an assault. So he's wrong there. Then he finally decides he's going to call 911 to report that what? He's been verbally assaulted. Okay, so the bottom line here is this, okay? Girl behind the camera, yeah, she kind of sucks. Dude here totally losing his cool. Yeah, he is in fact a D-bag. But here's the deal. Had this turned ugly, had this turned into a physical confrontation, had she at one point, because he was invading her space, just put her arm out to just create some space and thus touched him, and he goes crazy on her and absolutely beats the hell out of her, there is no doubt in my mind that he will be deemed the first aggressor, and he can claim self-defense all day, all night. It's not going to fly, and candidly, a judge should not even give a self-defense instruction in the event that that case went to trial. Listen, I don't know if any charges are going to come out of this. I certainly hope not. Obviously, this guy is going to make himself infamous for lots of reasons, and he could deal with the consequences of his own actions. Listen, in the meantime, if you got any questions about this or anything else related to self-defense laws, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. All of that information is down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, go ahead and click on that link right there and let us know. It's probably going to be better than any idea we come up with. If you want to be part of our monthly newsletter, the ability to subscribe to that is all down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, let's remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.